Hey ladies, let's talk through carb cycling. This video needs an update, so let's update it, right? So just as a reminder, Queens of Iron is a very research and science focused fitness and nutrition company. We always stay up to date with peer reviewed research in the last 3 to 5 years to make sure that you're getting really quality information, quality knowledge, and the most recent information, right? That's out. So I want to share with you carb cycling, right? What is it used for? Why would we do it? Things like that. And I just remembered, I'm going to pin this at the top of our Facebook group, macro tracking and weightlifting for women. Make sure you're there if you're not there. Okay. Great. And then as a reminder, on January 3rd, so this coming Wednesday, we are doing a free event helping you basically uncover 3 really big nutrition mistakes that may be taking place, preventing you from seeing better results. You may be seeing great results with what you're doing, but it's like, you know that there's more. And so we're going to show you, hey, it's probably these things. Like, are you doing these things? And so we'll help you uncover that. So if you want more info, you can just type event in the comments and we'll get you that info. Totally free. Okay, so for carb cycling, first we're going to talk for people who want fat loss, and then we're going to talk through people who are at maintenance or a surplus, okay? So the intent of carb cycling is essentially to put you into more of a deficit, but make sure that you have enough energy, aka carbs, on more important training days. Let's say you train 5 days a week, but if you're wanting to carb cycle, really you'd have to put high days on like 2 to 3 of those days, because if you put high day on all 5 training days, you might as well flatline your macros, right? Flatline means you eat the same macros every day, okay? I love flatlined macros, but some people do. There's so many actually things I'll tell you about, different strategies you can do. So anyway, like I said, carb cycling is putting you into more of a deficit. We're actually training a male right now, and he has a big, like, they rented a yacht for his birthday, and they're doing like this, like, multiple day yacht adventure, right? And so he's like, he just signed up and he's like, I want to be super fit, 15 days. I'm like, okay, bro, what are you talking about? He's like, I want to carb cycle. So I'm like, okay. We don't normally say, yes, let's carb cycle. However, we're here for the client, right? And so we put him in a 5% steeper deadlift. So it's aggressive, but he's still in a safe place, right? So it's not like he's losing muscle mass, maybe a smidge because he just wants all body weight. Anyway, I digress. But anyway, so we're putting him into more of a deficit. And then the intent to carb cycle, like I said, is to give you more energy on training days. And so I think we did a 5-2. Yeah, so we did a 5-2 split. So we did 5 low days and 2 higher days. But he wanted his protein and carb protein and fat stayed the same. So we literally just did the carbohydrate. I could go into like the percentages and all that, but I'm not going to. I think it will just confuse too many people. So basically, we took his carbohydrates and we had 7 buckets, right? 7 days of the week. And I said, okay, I'm going to take a bigger portion for Monday and I'm going to take a bigger portion for Thursday. So those are going to be his high carb days. Then I'm going to take 5 smaller handfuls and have 5 lower carb days. There are so many ways to skin the cat. You could do it differently than this. This is just explaining a strategy around the same outcome. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Cool. And so why did I spread the days out? Because otherwise he's probably going to feel so depleted by the end of the week. So I don't want to do Monday, Tuesday higher carb, even though, ladies, our most important training days and the muscles we're focusing on should be front loaded, right? Right? Is everyone's front loaded? If it's not, quickly make that change, right? When you're most refreshed, most energized is when you want to be doing the lifts of the priority muscle for that phase. If you have questions on what I mean by that, just let me know. Okay. So that's what we're going to do for him. So essentially, carb cycling, when the intent is to lose fat, is to put you into a deeper deficit, but make sure you have enough energy on your prime training days. So that's why you're doing higher carb. Is it sustainable? Heck no. I would never recommend anyone do it longer than 3 weeks because long term it can create damage. It's a super aggressive deficit and it's just not necessary, right? Let's just lose about a pound a week. It's a really healthy, sustainable rate of loss, and you see results every single week, but you feel really good energy-wise. You're taking care of your body, you're preserving your muscle mass. So I really wouldn't recommend it long-term. Now, here's what we said to him, though, and what you ladies need to realize is it's like, okay, do you really want to carb cycle? Because at the end of the day, it's the same deficit. In a 7-day period, ladies, it's the exact same deficit. So if you flatline your macros, which is the same macros every day, you may feel better. So that's a personal choice. Now, any questions? I know that was a lot of info. I lost some people. Was that confusing? I hope that made sense. Please comment. I should be able to see your comments and we can chat through any questions, or if you want clarity or to add a comment, I'd love to chat with you ladies about it. Okay. Now there is it's not really carb cycling, but it's a strategy similar to this. And it's just like a high day, low day of your, like all your macros, right? And so we do actually sometimes use this specifically for women who struggle to stay on track during the weekends. And so what we do is a 5-2 split. So we do Monday, it depends on what she wants, but it could be like Monday through Friday. We do a bit lower macros, and that way she has more calories to play, enjoy life on the weekend. It's really effective. It really helps with compliance, and it just usually brings them more enjoyment of life. So that is an option. But a lot of ladies just like to flatline, like 95% of them, which I agree. It's easier to create the habit, right? Okay. Now let's talk about carb cycling for maintenance or surplus. It's called, I didn't mean to be like that, but it's sometimes called different things, right? So this is essentially where you put on more carbohydrate in those days' macros for the muscle you want to grow. We've also totally done this. For example, if some women have like basically no glutes, right? Not their fault. It is what it is, but we can control it. So let's control it. It takes a lot of time. Don't be afraid. It happens. But anyway, you can add more carbohydrate on those days. What does that do? Is that like, oh, awesome. Francis, I love it. Give me just a second. I'll answer your question. But it's like, yeah, what does adding carbohydrate do? Does anybody know that? Like, why are we adding more carbohydrate on the days that we want to grow that muscle specifically? I'm going to wait to see if you guys know that. If you don't, that's okay. That's why I'm here. Does anybody know? Here, I'm going to take a drink. Sometimes it feels like you just wait forever, but the video's lagged for so many people. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and share with you ladies. It's to have more energy, right? So that way you can go break down your muscle more, which is really beautiful. But yeah, love it. Yep, exactly. More energy for growth. Yeah, exactly. And it's more energy to break down, to tear, right? Because you're in the gym, you're pushing harder when you're well fed, right? If you're well fed with the proper meal for you, right? You're going to be able to push more weight. You're going to be able to get stronger, and you're going to tear the muscle more, which then the protein can come in and rebuild, right? Which is really beautiful. Also, if your body doesn't have enough carbohydrates for what it needs to use, it's going to take your protein and convert it to glucose. All that protein, but your body actually needs all that protein. So now what? Bummer, right? It's also a really inefficient process like that. Let's just make sure we eat enough carb, right? For our brains, for our energy, for our health, for our lifting, for muscle growth, for everything. What happens if your body doesn't have enough carbohydrate? So it pulls from protein, but there's not enough protein either. It actually breaks down your muscle mass and takes the protein from your muscle mass. Isn't that crazy? So you're lifting at the gym, but you're actually losing muscle because you're not eating enough carbohydrates. This is a big reason why I am not a big fan of carb cycling in a deficit, because it's like, but why? Let's not rush to rapid fat loss because you're really just losing your muscle. What a waste of time, right? And it doesn't really take that much longer doing it the right way, because you're still losing every week and you get to create lifestyle habits. So vital for long-term success, right? So anyway, in maintenance or a surplus, you're for sure there growing muscle mass. So yeah, put more carbohydrate and push hard in the gym with intention. It's not just about eating the carbohydrate. It's not just about going to the gym. It's lifting with freaking intention. You're like, I'm getting it. I'm getting stronger today. I'm growing my mind today. I'm getting it. And then it's great. Beautiful. One quick myth I want to debunk that I've heard so many times, even from trainers, that it blows my mind. And I want to make sure that you have the accurate information. You don't have to feel fluffy in maintenance. If you're feeling fluffy in maintenance, then you're not actually maintaining where you really want to feel, right? So cut down a little bit more and maintain where you really want it. If you find yourself saying, I've done that, but my body keeps maintaining here, that just means that you need to create a new set point. You can totally do this through the deficit reverse diet, true maintenance process. Like, there is a very easy process, but you have to actually go through the process to create the new set point, right? If you say, my set point's lower, but I still kind of feel a little bit fluffier, something along the lines of that, I would say, okay, we may just need to hone in or fine tune a few things in your lifestyle. That could be something so small like, oh, you normally order fish tacos on Tuesdays. Why don't you put the condiments on the side so you can control how many condiments are on there? Oh my gosh, you're maintaining a half a pound or a pound lower, which when you're right at your weight, you can feel that a couple pounds. It's like you actually didn't have to really change your lifestyle. You still got to enjoy the condiment, but now it wasn't mindless. I'm eating all the condiment. You can actually choose how much you want on there. Like, it's amazing how those small tweaks affect so much, and it doesn't take any effort on you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Cool. All right, let me go back into this. Miss Francis, so you're saying we should do our push and pull on weight at the beginning of the week. It does sound like carb cycling. I thought that's not good. I think what you're saying, Francis, please correct me. Like, I definitely want to answer your question very well. So I think because I said make sure you're putting your focus lifts in the front of the week, right? And so you're saying push pull, but that's not really a focus, right? That's a lifting strategy to switch up like your variety and the stimulus on your body. But what is your actual intent? Is it getting stronger in your pull up? Is it being able to push yourself off the ground if you fall? Is it shaping your physique? And in that case, is it your lats or is it your delts, or like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to take it a step further. What's the actual intent for that, right? Yeah, good question. I love that. If you're on here, love, you can answer. We can keep chatting through it. And let you go. And I'll put that there for now. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so it's not that carb cycling is necessarily bad. It's just double check your reasoning in a deficit. Make sure it's a very short amount of time. And more cases than not, it's just not worth it and can sometimes cause damage. So yeah, I guess sometimes it would be not good, but sometimes it can be effective. Cool. Okay, yeah, cool. Let me know if you have questions or want to chat further. Cool. All right, ladies, beautiful. Any other questions or anything else that you want to talk about? Let me know. I'll wait a couple of minutes. I'll share some free resources we have out there if you'd like them. So just off the top of my head, I know we have a pre-planning video just walking you through like, how the heck do I pre-plan my macros? If you're struggling to get compliant, you're like, gosh, it's like impossible to get my numbers at the end of the day. Comment pre-planning. We'll send you a video that will show you how to really easily hit your numbers at the end of the day, knowing that you can have variety and that takes practice, but it gives you a really good shell to work from. Another resource we have, I did a protein research review. There's so much noise in this industry on social media about how much protein do I need? One person says this, everyone else says something different, right? It's just crazy. And so what I did was I dug into the research. I screen shared some research articles, always peer reviewed, which is way more accurate. Like it goes through a really lengthy accuracy process, basically, the last 3 to 5 years. So I just showed like, ladies, this is how much protein we really should be eating. So it clears up a lot of that. So if you want that, you can type in protein research review. Oh my gosh, we have so many free resources. If you let me know what your problem is, we'll get you a resource, okay? Seriously. If you have no idea what macros are or where to start, let me know. I made a video for beginners on macros. Of course, we have coaching. If you're interested in that, you can comment application. We have some questions to ask you just to make sure it's a good fit, things like that. We have a macros course. So anything you need, let us know, okay? All right, don't forget, January 3rd, free event. We're just really going to dial in some of your nutritional strategies that you're using, and we'll share with you, here's actually why you may be using that, and here's what you can do that will still feel really good and still work for your life, but that will get you even better results than you're getting, or if you're plateaued, it may definitely help you get out of a plateau as well. So let us know if you want the event invite, and we'll send it to you. Okay, have a great day, ladies. See you later. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.